This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2003 Chevy Silverado 3500. That's a 1-ton dual rear wheel crew cab. It's a 6.6 liter turbo diesel. It's 2-wheel drive. Beautiful truck. It has, I think it's 230,000 miles. We had to do a injector pressure control switch valve. I forget what they call it. And it also had a leaky tranny pan gasket, so while we were fixing that leak, we also did a tranny service, so it's got new fluid and filter in it. Really nice truck. The front tires are great. The rear tires might need to be need to be changed fairly soon. We purchased directly from a dealer here in town. Obviously, when they take these in trade, they can't get loans for them when they're over 100,000 miles. So we've been buying all these things. If it's got 101,000 miles or more, we end up with them. Anyway, it's got a few little cosmetic issues that aren't real major. Right now I'm trying to beat that. That is the monsoon, and Mexico's right underneath those clouds. Anyway, let's try to get going here. Got some things that could be touched up here on the fender. Looks to me like someone probably was putting a battery in and got a little bit of stuff on here. That's probably the biggest casualty here. I think a little bit of touch-up paint would go a long way. There's your front tire. Probably 40 or 50% tread on the driver front. Front bumper looks fantastic, which is unusual on full-size trucks like this. A couple little chips here on the hood, chip on the front edge of that fender. Passenger front tire looks like it's 60 or 70% tread as well. You see a little rock chip here on the passenger door, in here, in here. There's your usual in the front of the fender flare on the rear wheels. There's always some rock chips, which is no different here, but they're not really too bad. I would say that this thing didn't see too many gravel roads. Could use I think it probably had some sort of a fender skirts. There's this little thing around here, so it probably had one of those chrome moldings around it, which I would probably suggest doing here. That would cover up all of that. See how it's all the way around the wheel? Yeah, they definitely had some sort of a chrome molding from Pep Boys or whatever around the edge of that. Or you could just touch it up. And here are the rear tires. Like I said, the rear tires are not good. Very low tread. I believe they're 16s. Yeah, they're LT 245 75 16s. 4 of those should cost you somewhere around, they're not that expensive, probably $500. And the typical tailgate on a dually. That usually means that they took the tailgate off and sat it in their garage, paint side down. There's a really barren spare. Here's your toe hitch, plug, it's a pretty truck. Here's your rear tires. Like I said, definitely gonna need tires. There's a little rub from where they took off whatever they did. Yeah, see how they have them all the way around. This one came off when they took it off. It came off a little neater than the passenger side. But that's what it's from. I'm going to fire this thing up, show you under the hood, and then we'll go on a ride. Hopefully we're going to beat the rain. My brother's out there taking pictures of another vehicle right now. Where it belongs there. Go back. back door. This is the driver rear door. Probably have the child locks on it, I'm guessing. There's the driver rear. That's the driver rear door window. And here's the interior. That's the switch from the driver rear door, so you know that works. I'm also told we did a glow plug module in this vehicle. And my guy just walked up to me and handed me a piece of paper and said that we did a glow plug module in this, which is a good thing. Which probably means it was a slow starter in the morning. So we did that also. Boy, this back seat looks brand new. Back seat, carpet, headliner, fantastic. Ooh, there's a little ding on the outside of this door, on the passenger rear door right there. That's your passenger front door. There's your power locks. There you go. Seat looks fantastic. Passenger seat. Let's see if I can figure out how to open up this thing. If it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. I'll work on that when I get up there. There's a manual. These telescoping mirrors, we're selling those as not working. I don't care if they work or not. They never work for me, and I'm not paying for them. They move, the mirror's moving up, down, and side to side. Out, in, up, down. The telescoping part is expensive as hell. These things are a fortune, and we are not repairing them, so I'm not even going to demonstrate them. That's just not happening. Buy some, if you really have a big trailer and you need to demonstrate, and you need, those, to buy the fixed ones, just the non-power ones, and put them on. Because if you buy those, you're going to have a heart attack at the price. Forward, up, down. Tilt wheel, up and down, perfect. Alright, get in here. Turn the air down a little bit here. Controls work there. Okay, all the radio stuff works. Got a cassette, got a CD player. Tow on and off. There's your miles. 260,856 miles. Alright, let's go for a ride. We did notice, what was the thing that my guys told me? My guys told me that the indicators aren't working, or that show you what gear you're in. Let me turn off the tow haul first. That is an indication that this cluster is on its way out. If you Google Chevy, GM clusters, that's about as common as it gets. That and encoder motors and four-wheel drives, they all go bad eventually. So, anyway, if you come to Tucson to drive home, you're going to pay tax of $250. Oh, look at the size of that pothole on the road too. Long. And those. You're going to pay a $250 dock fee, and you're going to pay taxes. Taxes are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If your state tax rate is 3%, you're going to pay a total of 5% taxes, and you're going to pay a $250 dock fee. If you're lucky enough to be from Alaska, then you're going to pay, all you're going to pay is our 2% city sales tax, because your state tax rate is 0. And you're going to pay a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, all you're going to pay is the agreed upon price. This thing runs good. Yeah, you know what that noise is? That clunking noise is this. Somebody's got this thing. I don't think the lid opens on it. It must be broken, and then somebody's jimmied the handle. So that's what's... all that rattling is right there. I'll see if I can do something about that, but there's no guarantees on that. Stuff like that always costs a fortune. Nice truck. There's a reason these Duramax cost a fortune. They're quiet and their transmissions are awesome. As long as you don't have an injector problem, they're fantastic. But that is their Achilles heel, is the injector. Sorry about my finger in the way there. Anyhow, let's see, what else you need to know? We already talked about tax and dock. We already talked about none of that if you ship. Once we get a deposit in, please get your deposit in once we have an agreed upon price. Once we get a deposit in, we'll put your name over the vehicle on our website at wheelk.com. That way you'll know that we have your deposit and that the vehicle is no longer for sale. Until then, it is for sale, whether we have an agreed upon price or not. It doesn't matter who you are. We don't hold cars for people. Been there, done that. It's just cost us a fortune. I promise to pay. Right. That's the kiss of death. So anyway, that's how that works. Also, if you're from eBay, this is not a brand new truck. In fact, this has 260,000 miles and it's officially 11 years old. They're putting out 2014s now, and this is a 2003. Okay, so there's going to be problems. There's a reason that GM, Ford, Dodge, everyone doesn't allow their warranties to go farther than that because they don't know what's going to happen either. We put what we know is the likely thing to happen with these vehicles in our ad at the bottom. You know, Fords are EGRs and funky front ends, you know, that like to get loose. Dodges, you know, certain problems. And Chevys, injectors like to go bad at the last second, and when they do, it's expensive. They're $260 an injector, and it's hard to figure out which one it is, so you got to do them all. Now we can get injectors through our site for 160 bucks, but the labor is extensive, so that's what you're getting into. When you save a bunch of money at the front, you might have to spend some at the end, and it could be soon, it could be 10 years from now. All right, so please, you know, the rattling center console. Definitely needs rear tires. It has a rattling armrest center console deal that I'm going to try to get dealt with, at least make the noise go away. It's got 260,000 miles, so please bear that in mind, please. If you're one of those people who can't put two and two together on this type of thing, then please stay away from this vehicle. It's not for you. All right? That said, it's running really strong. We did a glow plug module and an injection pressure control valve, I believe is what it's called. And we're going to see if we can make this rattle go away. That's it. Thank you for your time. Have a great day. I'm going to hand this thing off to my brother. He's going to do the pictures of it. That's it.